Hello guys! Our high frequency words for this week come from the story Animal Park. And it is a story about a special kind of zoo that we'll learn about a little bit later. So for right now, let's just go through some of those high frequency words that we need to know for the story. Chant the words one time as they appear. Home. This magic E pinches the O, which makes it say its name. This one is actually two words put together. Take your finger, cover up the word to with your finger, and say the first word, in. Now cover up in and read to. Now read them together, in, to. Many. This is tricky because we think it should be an but it's not. It's an A. And m. TH makes the th sound. Practice that for me. Notice how my tongue is a little bit out. Th. Now we're going to read the sentence and try to decide which of those words that we just read goes inside the white blank. So please read the sentence first. This animal has a blank in the park. Think about all those words that we read. Does he have a many in the park? If you don't remember them, you can always go back in the video. Did you figure it out? It's home. Now please read this second sentence. I saw one lion get blank the tree. Did you know that they could do that? So think about it. He probably climbed, and now he is into the tree. He climbed into the tree. Please read third sentence. Blank animals are kept safe in the zoo. Many animals are kept safe in the zoo. Please read this one. So this is usually where I'd ask you, do you like pandas, monkeys, elephants, or tigers, or some other kind of animal? Something to think about. Be nice to all of them. Look at the word carefully as it flashes on the screen. Then we will spell it together. Home. H-O-M-E, magic E. Many. M-A-N-Y. Into. In-I-N, to, T-O. Them. Th-em, T-H-E-M. All right, and now just for fun, let's do the robot. Move like a robot. Beep boop bop bop bop. Move like a robot. Come on, let's do the robot. Move like a robot. Beep boop bop bop bop. Move like a robot. Come on, I am a dance machine. I can't stop moving. Let's do the robot dance and don't stop grooving. I am a dance machine. I can't stop moving. Let's do the robot dance and don't stop grooving. Let's do the robot. Move like a robot. Beep boop bop bop bop. Move. If you want to listen to more of that, you certainly can. If you open up the link to the PowerPoint,
actually a cool slide. Without the screencast, you can continue to play that song. You could show it to someone else. Kind of like it. It was fun. I was listening to all kinds of robot songs, and that's the one that really struck me. Okay, so let's move on to our next part of our activity. You need this piece of paper. So this is our self-created word search. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to make a word search. So a word search is a puzzle. Uh-oh. Do you see who's behind me? He's come to make sure that I'm working. Yeah, there he is. Okay. So a word search is a puzzle where you hide words that you're trying to find. I love doing these. There are a few of these in the newspaper that my dad saves for me every day. And I just love word games. I think they're really neat. So we're going to make one. Now at the bottom, you can see the word key. The word key has our high frequency words, home, many, them, and into. So what you're going to do is you're going to place these words in the puzzle first, all of them, including your what are these called? Spelling words down here at the bottom. So I'll show you how to do this. So first I'll do home. So I'm going to put home right here. You'll notice that I went across. So why don't you put home there? We can do some of these together. Okay. Now I'm going to put them. See them? And I'll put them over here. What happens if I didn't make enough space and the M was over here? I'd have to push all of the letters back so that it fits inside the puzzle. Okay, now we're going to do into, but we're going to change the direction. We're going to do it top to bottom. Okay, so there's into. And now I'm going to do many, but I'm going to connect it to home. M-A-N-Y. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to place all of these words inside the puzzle. I'm going to take a moment and pause my video so that I can place them. You can place yours where I place mine. That would be totally fine. Or you can take a moment to place yours wherever you'd like them. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so now you can see where I put each of my words. The trick with this, guys, is really making sure that you're writing neatly, because the messier you write, the less you're going to be able to understand what you wrote. So I wrote down each of mine very neatly. Here we have the word trust and just. I connected them and jump. Make sure your J is in the right direction. I added dusk to must. Notice the million K. There's lump. Crust is right here, and it's actually right above hunt. Or I'm sorry, hunt is right above right here, connected to home. And the other thing I did was I made little check marks whenever I wrote the word inside the puzzle. So what do we do now in order to make it a real puzzle? Now what you do is you do random letters inside each of these boxes. So I'll show you what the way that I do it in order to keep myself on track and not have to think of letters all the time is I do the alphabet. And notice I'm using all lowercase letters. Okay, so there I've written down the alphabet once, and you see now that it's beginning to blend my words in so that it's not as easy to find. So what do I do now with the rest of the squares? I need to Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in mine. Then I'm going to scan it and I'm going to put it in this lesson box so that if you wish to download it and use it as a way for you to practice your spelling words, you certainly can, or just to use as something fun to do to challenge yourself. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause while I fill in the rest of them. Then I'm going to show you my completed chart. you should work while you pause me now so that you can work at the same. Ta-da! All done. So you can see now that my words are very blended in. So what is the way that Mrs. Smith would solve this problem? Because I forgot that you may have not done this before because we're not together. So I figured I'd go over just a little hint on how to do this. So first of all, Mrs. Smith uses a highlighter. Generally, I use a crayon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for clues in the puzzle for some of the words. So let's say that I want to choose a word I want to search for. So I want to search for many, okay? Now, many ends in the letter Y. And so one of the strategies I might do is look around for the letter Y. Number one, because Y is not a super common letter. So where I find the letter Y, I might find my word. So I'm actually going to start at the top and I'm going to scan until I get to a Y. Then I want to try to find the N next to the Y. Here's a Y. Notice how I look all around the Y? No N's. Got to keep going. Here's a Y. Here's an N, but no A or M. So there's an N there, but no A. So that's not going to work. Let's keep going. Here's a Y. Is there an N around? No. Here's a Y. No N's. Here's a Y. Is there an N? No. Here's a Y. Here's an N. Here's an A. And here's an M. Found it. To tell you the truth, guys, I was getting nervous. I was thinking to myself, I'm supposed to be showing the kids how to do this, and I couldn't find my own word. Not a good thing to do. Okay, so that's how you go through. And look, you can even, when you find the word, you can cross it out. And if you wish to use mine once I scan it, then you can print it, and then you can use mine. You can use yours. If you have someone with you who can do this with you, you can give it to them. In the classroom, we would have all traded. So when we come back into the classroom, we'll hopefully get a chance to do something like this again. Okay, hope you had fun.